Bobby, are you going to stay for the whole thing? I love you, but if you are, you can't speak because
What do
you
you
don't
mean?
have a microphone.
I don't know.
Bobby can stay.
No, you're not in charge of the podcast, Ray.
Oh. My self-esteem needed in here.
Okay, we got rid of Bobby. Stop going on Twitter. Will you please put your phone because you're very bad.
Ray, have you got anything else on YouTube?
I've got a couple of stuff on YouTube. Yeah.
What you got on
Not
YouTube?
Not great stuff. No.
What is it?
Just a couple of stand-up clips.
Right.
One thing of me winning a strawberry eating competition. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Ray, I'm really glad you've come on the podcast because we have an interesting meeting story.
Yeah, I know.
Because I didn't actually like Ray when I first met him.
I didn't realise it was dislike. I didn't realise it was dislike. Was just be honest. Was it just thought I was a creep, or what? Did you think I was weird or crazy? Honest.
Yeah, I thought you were quite.
All of those things.
Yeah, a bit pushy and a bit crazy.
Pushy. Yeah, I was pushy, and I figured out why. Okay, so
what were you pushing for?
What happened was I did a gig with you.
I
did a gig with you.
Yeah.
I can't remember where. It was this weird one at like Scotland Yard in that little pub there. Dave Ward.
Oh, the civil service pub.
Yeah. And I just sort of come over.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I was talking to you out the front.
Yeah.
And then you said, I've got a gig in Camden at Camden Comedy Club.
Oh, yeah.
Hit me up on Facebook,
and
I'll give you a spot. So the next day I go into Facebook, and I think maybe I'd forgotten about, not forgotten about
our meeting,
our conversation, but that I was just on Facebook, and it comes up suggested friend, and Haribo, blah blah blah, whatever, and it's a funny fake name. Name of a lolly or candy or whatever you guys call it, and then I click on the profile, and it's like private, and the profile picture is not a picture of a person's head, but it is, but I couldn't really see at that time, so I clicked on photos, and then the first photo was you in like a tent, in like a cow tent.
Because that was my old profile picture. That was my profile picture for a while. It was
that your profile
it was
picture?
For a while.
I see.
It was
of Sunil.
And so I was like, that's Sunil. Then I was like, so then I clicked on it, and I sent and the message, and I've read it, and it says like, hey man, good to gig with you the other night. I'd love that spot at Camden if that's cool. And then the person's responding like, no, we never gigged together. I don't know who you are. And I'm like, yeah. And then I go back to the profile, look at the picture, and I'm like, yeah, it's you. I thought, oh yeah, they've been an idiot. So I wrote back like, ha, good one. So like, can I please, I'm not from around here. Come on, don't do this to me, or something like that. And I'm like, can I? And then and then the person's like, no, honestly. And I think I'm like again, like, ha, come on, seriously. And then it's like, no, honestly. So that's why I was probably pushy. And then it was like. Then what happened was, because Sunil's got a bit in his stand-up about how people look the same or whatever, you know,
you get confused for other comics.
You get confused for other Asian.
Oh, so you thought it was another...
And then so straight away I just thought, I've just fucking done what this guy's done. And he said in his set, like, I've just fucking done this, and I've confused him with someone else that looks exactly like a spitting image to fucking what I remember the guy looking like. But yeah, I've confused him with someone like this. And then so I'm like, fuck. So I told a few people about this as well, and I was like, oh man. And then I got so confused that I wasn't actually even sure that I'd met Sunil. I was like, maybe I met someone fucking else. Right? Maybe I met someone else. And I'm confusing meeting them with Sunil, and then it wasn't until like maybe a year later, and then I was doing a gig with Harriet, and she was like, and I said, oh yeah, nice to meet you. She goes, oh, you sent me a message about a gig once. And we're sort of at the back of the room, and there was the gig was starting, and we're at the back of the room, the gig was starting, and like there was noise and stuff, and we couldn't really chat. Like, so I sort of heard that, and I was kind of like, what? I thought she was weird. I was like, maybe. And then I thought maybe she ran a comedy club. Like I emailed a lot of people when I first came over here to get spots, and then I just never thought about it, and then I did a podcast with Harriet not that long ago, and then I was like, got in a group message with her, and I was like, Haribo, and I clicked on it, and I was like, is that her? And then I went to like my old message thread, and I was like, oh right, oh. So I did like living with a bit of guilt for a while.
Oh, that was all going. I had no idea this was happening.
Oh, that happened. He thought I was you, and I was saying to people, I was like, Ray Badran, it's weird. It's weird, guys.
And what do they say?
They'd go, yeah.
Because my Facebook profile is just my name.
Yeah.
It's just
You
Sunil
could have
Patel.
found
It's
him
just-
so easily if you just searched it
Well,
up.
come on. It's not that much. I mean, look. When I explain it, this all makes perfect sense. It's just you know, Haribo and his photo. That's more likely to be him than you.
It is confusing
Yeah.
when you use my photo.
I guess that was confusing. I never really thought about it.
That was you.
And Haribo's a lolly, so it's a
It's
confectionery.
generic,
So-
exactly, yeah. And it was just because you were like, oh, come on, we met at the gig. And I was going, we didn't meet at the gig. And he was going, yeah, very funny, we met at the gig. And I was like, I didn't meet you at a gig. I wasn't at a gig last
Can we
night.
get screenshots of this conversation?
Yeah, we've got it. I think it's...
You replied
I
to
don't think...
"Hey man" though as well.
Did you?
See, so you're a little bit complicit. I would have.
Yeah, but that can be just like say, hey man,
I'm
don't
not
you
a
say
kind
that
of
to
guy that
everyone.
would be like, "Hey man" to girls, like "Hey man." Like, I mean, not that you knew what kind of guy you were going to get randomly messaged from anyway. Like, Ray doesn't. This guy that's randomly messaging me doesn't seem
I don't
like the
think
kind of guy.
either of us come off well on it. Okay, so the first message is a yellow hand, just a
A
hand,
wave.
like hello.
A wave, yeah.
And then there's another hand. You
Oh,
said
yeah,
a
press
second.
the button twice. It always
Second
happens,
hand.
My phone jams, and I'm always putting a couple of waves in there. And then you delete one that says this message is deleted. You're like, oh no, I've got off to a real bad start here.
You say, hey man, lovely to work with you the other night. Great set. That's for you.
That's
you
me,
never
yeah.
got that
Thank
compliment.
You. Thanks, Ray. Thank you.
I remember you mentioning you run a night at the Camden Comedy Pub, and I just wanted to see if I could get a spot at all. Man, again, as a second hand. Yeah.
Clearly expecting a man, yeah.
That didn't sound too forward. Just reread it. Should have made more small talk at the beginning, I'd
So
say.
You didn't
She didn't
respond.
respond. She didn't respond. Yeah,
But you also run the night at the Camden Comedy Club.
But
So
you
why
say
It was so
more,
nice to me.
and then
I
you
was
go,
like,
anyway, please, man.
don't know.
Ray.
But I'm doing it funny. Like it's all funny in
Yeah,
other little
yeah.
messages. But when Harriet's reading it out, it comes across as so desperate and so and so I can't. Oh fuck!
No,
This isn't how I come across, is it? Like this isn't how I fucking come across. Is this
But
me?
then I'm a bit of a
I
dick
actually
back.
don't. I actually want you to stop. Go, read your part, go.
Alright, go on, what do you
Maybe
say?
then I'm a
Please,
dick back
man.
because I do kind of co-run that night, but I don't ever book anyone for it. And so
No.
when I knew I hadn't met you, and so I said, "Oh hey, I'm not sure that was me, as I don't run a night there. Hope you're good."
You do.
But I don't really run it. I never say to
Okay,
anyone
right,
like.
okay.
And then you say, sorry, I think I'm going crazy. We gigged together at some weird Scotland Yard thing a couple of weeks ago, right? Oh yeah,
Probably.
I've seen your pics. It was you.
How many pictures of me have you got as your profile picture?
Very funny. That part above is true. And then I just say, weird. That's the end of the conversation.
Absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. this.
Absolute chaos. But I love it.
Oh.
I'm so glad
The
it
gig's
happened.
tonight, though, if you want a spot. They're looking for people.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not as desperate as I was when I first came on. Please, hey, man, it's me.
Please,
You're such a
man.
great comedian.
come on,
That was
man, please.
You are such a great, fantastic comedian. Oh God.
It's really hard to fill that night now. It's really hard to fill those spots. So
Yeah, I'll get you a spot. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
oh,
Bit
great.
embarrassing, but yeah.
How many years ago was that? It was like 3 years ago.
Nah. Well, yeah, that would have been when I first came over. I'd like to know that.
Have a
Yeah.
look.
How long
Yeah,
you been
it
here?
was,
How long have you been
A
here?
couple of weeks. That was a couple of weeks
Oh,
after
was it?
first after our gig as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
You know, no. It wouldn't have been.
2018.
I've been about. I first came over 3 years ago, but I've been here properly based.
4th of July 2018
Wow.
at 12:48 p.m.
So yeah, about a year and a half ago actually,
Right.
a bit more, but yeah.
Wow.
I've been here for about. First came over about 3 years ago, but I was back and forth in Australia. Then I've been based here for about a year and a half.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it here?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's cool. I love the comedy scene. The comedy scene's awesome compared to Australia. Like, there's just so many more comedy clubs and stuff like that. London's a pretty crazy city, but it's pretty good. And yeah, that's it.
Was it last time I saw you? You were about to join a private members gym.
I did.
Did you do it?
I did, yeah. And they sold me because it's the gym, it's the pool from James Bond.
He just wandered in to have a look around.
What?
He wandered in to
I've
have a
just
look
done
around.
one of these things, you know. It's so stupid where like the direct debit's coming out every month now, and I'm fucking panicking. I'm trying to make sure there's money coming in my account, you know, and I know the date, and they're calling me, and I'm fuck.
What gym is it?
Oh, it's this Virgin Active Health Club thing on Canary Wharf.
And it was in Skyfall or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was James Bond's
It's got this
gym.
like it's this pool. Yeah, it's the pool. The pool's from the movie Skyfall, and it overlooks like the whole of London. It's so fancy, and I'm like, you know, I've just got to the point where I've moved over, and I've just got to the point where, you know, I've sort of just established myself in the scene a little bit and just getting a little bit of money and not much.
Straight out. Send it straight
I'm
out.
buying the most expensive fucking health club pass. I'm just in jacuzzi sitting there like, and the jacuzzi. I want 2 hours a day. I go there, like I go do like a class or something. Then I just go sit in the spa, steam room.
Emailing desperately for open mic gigs from a
Not even. I just
jacuzzi.
think, fuck, I'm gonna regret doing this. And I'm at the point where I regret doing it. But now I'm like, I'm paying the money and I still got to utilise it. Anyway, fuck.
But didn't you say you were living in a hotel when you first moved over here?
I lived in a hotel for 2 months. Yeah.
2 months.
mad?
Which
2.5
hotel?
months. Novotel and Blackfriars. It still
That's
sounds quite
expensive.
Yeah, I lost all my money from that. So
Oh,
like,
that's it. Right in Blackfriars
what
of all
happened
places.
was that was fucking so fun.
It's full of
I can't-
businessmen.
I can't believe I forget about that situation. I can't believe I forget about it. But
2
like
months.
2.5. But yeah,
Fuck.
so when I first came over and I was going back and forth, I spoke to this other comedian that was doing it, and he said what he does is he gets placed on Airbnb, and like if you do that, if you book like well in advance in Airbnb and you book over a month, there's quite a good monthly discount sort of thing sometimes, and it's not too different to rent sort of thing, and you get the advantage of living in a few different areas and stuff like that too, and if you're having a place that's set up probably as well.
Yeah.
So I did that for a bit. It was really good, and I lived in various parts of London, and it worked out really well, and I had them all booked in advance and sort of paid for it with some of my savings and stuff like that. And I was coming over here and I signed with an agent here as well and had my management in Australia, and I was working. I sort of had some work in Australia, travelling back and forth. Then one of the Airbnbs fell through just at the last minute, and my parents had been travelling around and in Europe as well, and they'd come over to visit. And they'd like accrued all these like a core hotel membership points and become like platinum members from doing this. And then so when this Airbnb fell through, they were like, come over and stay in the hotel for one night while you find a place. So we went over to the hotel, and then the next day we're looking for a place, and the hotel said you could stay here. And I'm like, oh, and they were like, we'll offer you this rate, and we'll give you the suite, and we'll give you this and this and this. And then I just thought about it, and I was like, well, I'm going back to Australia in 2.5 months. I can't be fucked finding another place. It is a bit more expensive, yeah, quite a bit more. But they gave me a pretty good rate.
Yeah.
And they gave me a buffet breakfast, 2 buffet breakfasts every day. And
2 buffet breakfasts.
there was a steam and spa and pool there. That's what
That's what you're spending all your money
started
on.
me.
That's what your
what started me.
kryptonite, yeah.
That started me. That gave me the taste. And then they gave me the suite as well. They moved us around a couple of times, but they gave me the suite, and one of the suites or whatever, and it was so good, and like you save money on oh, I lost so much money, but like yeah, I spent
breakfast.
On shampoo, you got shampoo included.
Trains as well, because you're right in the city. Shampoo and conditioner and all that stuff.
You got that free, yeah.
Toilet paper.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the actually only thing you need to do is like figure out lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
Which lunch they said I could take extra stuff from the buffet breakfast buffet breakfast, and dinner. So dinner I just had to figure out, and just get your clothes washed, and that was it.
What did you take from the buffet breakfast to have for lunch?
Well, I'd often take some like croissants and like
Yeah.
some fruit. I'd often load up on a big breakfast and then have snacks for the day and take snacks.
Are you allowed to take your
day.
breakfast up to your room in that place?
Yeah, but you don't really want
You
to do
don't,
that.
yeah,
No,
no,
it's
yeah.
not a good habit to start into.
No.
Like, you know.
But then you've got to be out of the room for
I mean,
like
it's
an
not
hour.
that you're building good habits living
No.
in a hotel anyway.
TV
the way to
license,
do it,
saved
the
on
way
that.
to do it, yeah. No, it was so good, and the mental energy you save, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is amazing too, and it was just what I needed at that point in my life too, because I just made like a web series in Australia for Comedy Central, and it was going well, and then so I just need to do work on that and finishing that as well, and and it was just good. So I didn't have to worry about things and
I
stuff
might
like
do
that.
that. I might live
But
in a hotel.
I can so imagine you living in a hotel.
My wife was like a school teacher, and she was working, and I'd make her like take the lunch. I was like, you got to take lunch from the buffet breakfast. It's so expensive. She was like, I don't want. I can't. She goes, everyone at work keeps like asking why I've got miniature croissants, and little jar jams. I was just saying I got them in a deal.
What did you do when you had to leave in the day when they're cleaning or something? Do you just wander around London?
Oh yeah, sometimes you do work, and then
Yeah.
they'd like knock on the door and be like room service, and you'd be like, oh yeah, can you come back in a couple? Oh, it sounds so privileged. Fuck. Like I'm broke. I spent like I can tell you the financial.
we know
I
why
can
you're
tell you
broke.
the money. I can tell you the figures. Like it wasn't
How
that
much
much.
is it a night?
It wasn't that much. So they've charged me for their special
Yeah.
rate, £70 a night.
That's really good.
And
For
then
London, central London.
Central
yeah.
London,
Really good,
$4.90 a week, and you've got 2 people doing it.
In a suite as
Two
well.
people doing it, and the
Okay.
suite, and they moved us out of the suite into another room for like a few days. But whilst it was always empty, like whenever it was empty, they could move us around and then stuff. Because my parents stayed there for a few weeks.
This is the price of a flat, like a
Well,
good,
my,
nice
my
flat. somewhere.
parents had stayed there for a few weeks, and they became friends. And my parents were like platinum members, so the
Right.
lady was really nice to us. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like because we were in a bit of a not a panic, but like we're like, oh fuck, where are we going to stay
Yeah.
now? We're going to find a place to stay for the next 2 months. She was like, just stay here. I'll sort you guys out and then move you. And I was like. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was fucking so bizarre. Actually, I'm underselling. Look, I knew everyone in there. Look, I knew all the I knew the chefs. I'd wake up in the morning and be like, "Hey, Chavo, how are you?" And he'd be like, "Omelette today, bro," and I'd be like, "No, omelette today."
There are people that there's that billionaire who refuses to own anything. He doesn't want any houses or cars. He just lives in hotels.
A lot of
Yeah.
very rich people do. A lot of
Yeah.
actors do. They
Yeah.
just live in hotels. I can really see it for you.
Thank
A
you.
life
Oh,
like
thank you
that. I
very
think
much,
you'd love
yeah.
it.
It was one of the best. It was so good. It's so good. I can't. I googled I googled how to make it possible because you actually do.
For life.
You do, and there are a lot of people like Keanu Reeves did it for a long time,
Yeah.
Robert De Niro and stuff like that. But you do you save a lot of money and you save a lot of time. You don't save it does pay for. You don't spend as much as you're thinking because it does include a lot of stuff, and you save so much time that's like quite good. If you can use that, that's good.
What
And
would you
if
have for dinner though? How did you cook dinner?
You'd have to
dinner
bring.
was
You can't
the
cook, can
dinner
you?
was the
Yeah.
hardest. No. So yeah, but we just would look up cheap places and
Yeah.
stuff like that and go out and stuff and go around. But we were in Blackfriars, so many
Actually,
cool
Blackfriars
places.
is the best place to do it because in the evenings
walk.
they sell their food really cheap.
Oh,
'cause all
yeah,
their
like-
lunch food is.
You could
yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of that, but there's also in Waterloo around
yeah.
there that there's some really cool
Yeah.
cheap places and stuff.
Could you think you could raise kids in a hotel?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could raise kids anywhere. They're pretty hard.
Yeah.
I think a hotel would be good too. Like there'd be pools and stuff. And
Yeah.
The staff would be like an extended family.
Yeah. You're going to stay in a hotel tonight in London, aren't you?
I am. I'm doing a gig where I get a hotel room for the night in
You
London.
put Camden Comedy Clubs, put people up there.
In Blackfriars. You've got to go to Blackfriars for them, yeah.
What's the gig? What's the hotel?
It's a hotel in Bethnal Green, but it feels strange to me staying in a hotel 25 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it.
It's exciting. It
Why
feels
would
like
it-
romantic.
It feels like I'm wasting everyone's time and money.
Yeah, I would have asked for the money.
Yeah, but there's no money.
yeah.
They pay me anyway, but then they're like, if you want, there's a free hotel room for the night.
Mm.
And I'm like, all I'll do is just go in there, lie down, and then I'll wake up.
Have a bath. You have a nice bath.
I won't have time because
You can have time to
no,
have
because
a
you got
bath.
to check out by midday. I'm not going to sit there in a bath get up early to have a bath.
What time do you get up?
Get up early.
Like,
Get up at midnight.
45.
I'm
What
not
time
going to
you-
get up early and have a bath. Fuck.
What time are you going to get up?
No, about 9:30.
I think you should
You
say I'm not
got
going to get up at a normal time.
And they haven't paid for breakfast. That's 12 quid.
Wow.
So I'll end up spending money if I stay there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it would be nice.
By
Yeah,
the
I
sounds of it, you're not going to make the breakfast.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You should invite somebody, have a sleepover.
Okay.
Get on Tinder. Say I got a hotel room.
Who the fuck
Don't do
are
like
you?
that.
Yeah, it's great,
No,
innit?
that was
Yeah,
weird.
it's great. Right, sorry.
Are you quite an emotional person, Ray? Because
Do you know what this
I'm
podcast's
very.
about?
Yeah, I don't think Ray knows
I don't know.
anything.
Yeah, I do. It's about Harriet crying.
That's it.
Yeah,
Really.
I cry, so I'm very emotional. Sunil doesn't have any feelings.
This has been
I'm
Um,
quite emotional, yeah, but it's all blocked and weird and stuff like that too. It's not. Yours sound like you just cry at the drop of the hat. but
No,
I-
Ray,
I saw
that's
you the
not
other
true.
day after you did the Cuddle podcast.
Was he crying?
Oh, that was
No.
embarrassing, and that's going to
Because
come
he
out
got
soon.
asked who were the 3 people you'd cuddle? Or
I
something
was
like
just
that.
talking about loose ends. It's all about cuddles and stuff, and I just left, and I was like,
Yeah, what
Man,
did
I'm
you say?
so
What was the
fucking lame. I was just talking about cuddling my mum and my partner and just talking about how much I love cuddling. And I was like, but she was like asking about cuddles. And I'm like, yeah,
That's
we
the
always
theme of the
cuddles
podcast.
and cuddles.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, but it's just
You
like,
thought it was weird.
I didn't, who's going to come see a comedian? It's like, oh, yeah, that's the guy that loves cuddling his mum. We heard him on his podcast talking about how much he loves hugging his mum.
But you were also embarrassed after doing a podcast with me last week.
Oh, yeah, that was...
You seem to consistently embarrass yourself.
That was for the opposite scale of the reasons. Well, I was just... Maybe said some things that maybe come across as not offensive, but just
Talks about
weird.
boobs a lot.
Talking
about boobs.
Yeah, talking about titties, talking about tits.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
And a lot of the things I riffed on ended up going down a sexual line for some reason or
was
other.
this
And I don't usually do. I
Ideas.
don't do like my stand up. I don't do any sex. Like I don't. So, but it was all sex. It was all going to sex. And then at one point, there was one point I'd like mentioned like I somehow had got myself into a corner where I said it like a 16-year-old girl was hot. And then I couldn't get out of it because I'd mentioned she was 16 earlier
you
in the
forgot that she was
story,
16
and then
and
I
you
riffed
saying
on there,
she's
and then I
hot.
said she was super hot later in the story, and then they're like, "How old is she again?" And I was like, "Oh no."
They edited that. This is Heidi's sweet little film podcast. And you
Yeah.
brought the
He's
dirt
absolutely ruined. Yeah. Do you get embarrassed quite a lot then?
Yeah, I do. I get embarrassed so much.
Quite rightly, maybe, from what you say.
Well, no, you'd think you'd be used to it. You'd think you'd build up a tolerance or something like that.
Yeah.
But if anything, you're scarred and your wound easier. You know what I mean? Like you get embarrassed easier. You know, like if anything, it's hurting more now every time. Like I thought, you know, by the time I'm adult, it's getting worse. You know, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're meant to care less what people think as you get older, but it hasn't worked
I think
for
it's
you.
just profession too, because you just don't have normal interactions enough,
Yeah.
so you're not used to them. You know, so
Yeah.
like. You like, see someone in the evening and go, "Good morning," and just go, "Oh, for fuck's sake," you know, I'll fucking ruin my life, like, you know, my life's riddled with that kind of shit, just riddled with that. Like, I wish the Harriet story was more like, I mean, even though that's an amazing one, I've somehow managed to have this sort of interaction with quite a few people, you know.
I think it's quite endearing. I like it.
Oh, that's sweet of you. That's
She
kind.
sees a lot of
But I
herself
think,
in you.
yeah,
I
but you
think
have
so,
to,
yeah.
but like that's the point. But the point is with that, and 100%, my personality type, yeah, it is. Once you get to know me, latched in.
Right.
But first glance, she thought I was a creep. You know what I mean? She's saying endearing now. It's taken me fucking years to get past the creep level.
Creepy and pushy.
I had to get past years of being seen as a creep. Years. And now she's like, Ray's alright, I like him. You know,
To be
but
honest-
at first he's like, he's a fucking weirdo
To be
talking
honest,
about
is-
me. Going around talking about me.
did you
to
tell
other
me?
people.
I was saying to people, what do
You
think
didn't tell
about
me
Ray
that.
I think I did. I was
Did
like,
you?
what do you think about Ray Badran? He's quite weird, isn't he? But then people would be like, he's so nice. And I was like, I don't know
Also,
about
this is
Ray
this is
Badran.
a lot of this is your fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having a picture of me as your profile
Yeah.
and a name that
And
wasn't
a
yours.
name that isn't my name. So
It's
yeah,
all,
I had to
yeah.
take some
Well,
responsibility
no,
for
it's his
this.
stand-up material as well. Let me
Yes.
It's all our faults, I
Yes, we're all responsible, I
Yeah.
think.
the world we live in today, like I didn't want to do anything wrong. I was
No,
like,
no,
you know,
yeah. Everyone's on
Yeah,
eggshells,
but
aren't
you
they?
did.
we don't have.
Did you cry much? Or?
I don't cry. Don't cry that much anymore. I do cry a bit though. There's periods, but sometimes I'm like, I haven't cried in about. I think there's a period of like 4 or 5 years I didn't cry, and then I reckon I've cried like maybe once, but not like a cry like where I'm sad and I cry.
Right, yeah.
It'll be more like I watch a movie and there'll be like
yeah.
emotional well up sort of thing.
Did you cry
But
when you were in
last time I
the
was sad,
hotel?
I
at all?
cried. No,
once.
elation.
You're too
pure
happy.
Elation, pure elation. Yeah. No, I can't remember the last time I cried.
Sunil just doesn't cry.
Like a sad cry. Like
I do the same type of thing. I cry at films sometimes.
But that's how you release any emotion, and then you just go back to dead.
Well, I think I've changed like over the years.
Really? Since we've
Yeah.
been doing the podcast, you
Yeah.
got more emotional?
Well, I mean, you know my views on
Yes.
crying. You do it a lot.
Positive.
Yeah, positive, very positive. I'm
Really
crying
into
now.
it, yeah.
I've changed my mind. I'm not. I don't because Harriet tries to tell me a sad story every week, which never makes me.
We'll
cry.
do that in a minute to
I
make you
don't
feel
want to. I
sad.
don't want to do that.
It won't be. It won't genuinely.
It'll get me. It'll get
Yeah.
me. No, I do remember the last cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big one.
Oh.
Oh.
First came over about Yeah, mental breakdown. No, no, it was though. It was like the first time you talk about not being having emotions and stuff. I never, didn't mean to get serious, but I never had focused on my mental health at all, really, and taken any care of it.
Yeah.
And then when I came over here, and when you go to another country, you know, you lose all your like habits and your just little connections and stuff like that. Yeah. Your day-to-day routines and stuff. So your brain's just like totally rewiring and like.
And it's not a holiday.
And then you fucking, if you die in comedy as well, this job's already enough of a fuck around as well. And then aging, maybe like just getting older and more mature and reflecting on things. And then, you know, you just fucking start to reflect. And then just, this city's pretty tough as well. And then comedy was up and down and had troubles with like management and stuff like that and a few other things. And leaving Australia made me lose like momentum in that comedy scene. Yeah. Which I didn't really realise I had. Like, well, you know, you're so frustrated at one
you've
point.
Worked
you
so
know,
hard.
Well, you're so frustrated at your scene, and then like, and then it's like, oh, well, it was going fine. Like, you know, I was just, I was a bit frustrated, but then so I lost all. So anyway, I was just here, and I was slowly worked myself into a bit of a depression. And then
without realising it,
so much I would get a bit emotional at that point.
Ray.
I'm all good now, but it was a good thing to go through. I didn't mean to be all serious.
No,
like
no,
that,
no,
that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Is it meant to be serious?
It can be, yeah.
And it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, and then I focused on working on my mental health, and I do a lot of like meditation, I do like breathing stuff, and I focus on my diet a bit more.
Yeah, maybe you're just not very present. Sorry,
I think it's coming. I think it will come.
Oh, you're gonna have it. Yeah,
I don't know. You haven't had. I would say what it is. Yeah. You haven't had an event that's jolted you to make it happen. You know,
a breakdown. You mean?
Well, anything. I'm guessing that you probably haven't experienced death of a close one. Or so.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah,
you have.
But when I was younger, yeah.
But wasn't old enough to process, sort of thing, was it? Like, or.
But probably now that it's happened before, I know what to do now. Oh, no one knows what to do.
But were you emotional when that happened?
Yeah.
So you do express emotion.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. It's just I don't cry at the amount.
He's very rational.
Yeah, you're probably right that he's not present. That's it.
Yeah, that's
on
it.
On a day-to-day basis, you're disconnected.
Well, you want to?
We're trying to figure out why. We're trying to figure out why you're not
understand why
Sunil,
you're not present.
No, you're cut off.
Yeah, you're living in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
I'm living in a fantasy world.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you a sad story. See if I can make you cry.
You're on two. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Okay, so this was sent in by James Ellis. Very kindly sent in.
Hello, James.
A sad story. Hello, James. Okay, so. Cat looking for home after nobody turned up to her birthday party.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
What?
An unloved pet at Battersea Dogs and Cats Home is desperate to find a loving owner after nobody turned up to her birthday party, which is the saddest story ever. Monique.
That's not what it says. Just read it properly.
I am reading it. That's what it says. Saddest story ever in capital letters.
Sorry.
That story was a joke, wasn't it? A comical story.
Why?
Because cats can't have birthday parties. Well, if they
What
can.
do you think that is? It's a picture of a cat with a happy birthday sign over it. What do you think that is?
The person that invited, put the invite, who was in charge of the party.
Monique is a 2-year-old cat who's been at the home for more than 3 months, patiently awaiting a forever home. The Battersea website tells us she is a unique girl with an adorable, gentle nature and a lot of affection to give. However, despite being a gorgeous gal inside and out, Monique is feeling lonely and unloved.
How do they know that?
Yeah.
She has FIV. I think
What's
that
FIV?
might be cat AIDS, maybe.
Oh, cat HIV.
Oh, feline,
Yeah. The Battersea website says Monique loves spending time with her human friends and enjoys leaping around her pen. She also loves a good head and chin rub. Monique longs for a home and garden of her own where she can play until her heart's content. Monique is looking for... She told them. She let them know, maybe. Yeah. She's tested positive for cat AIDS.
A lot of cats have AIDS, though.
Yes, but they have to be in gardens.
They actually do. I've just figured this out that a lot of cats have AIDS.
You've just figured it out.
Well, the first cat I found out that had AIDS, I was very surprised. But then I've heard a lot of cats having AIDS.
You know a lot of cats with AIDS.
Do they have
I'd probably know more cats with AIDS than AIDS-less cats.
It's a slow-acting virus, and most cats live long, happy, and healthy lives. However, they have to live in homes with cat-proof gardens because they can't be near other cats.
Because they give them AIDS.
Well, no wonder no one went to the bloody bloody birthday party, you know? Come to my fucking FIV party.
Chrissy Grinrod from there said
Calling all the fucking only other cats that can come is with AIDS. So just have this big AIDS cats party.
it's always a
Cats
shame.
party, a party for cats with AIDS.
It's not
Harriet and
funny.
Fucking, this is what we can do. This is the only thing we can do to turn this story around. I'm now sick of the negativity.
No, it's a shame to
Positivity.
see one
We
of
throw
our
a
cats
party
be
for
repeatedly
Monique.
overlooked, especially one so young and with so much to offer. She's a gentle soul who thrives with human company, whether that be playing with her favourite
Is this an
toys or
advert for
curling
Batsy
up on.
Cancer?
No, it's on Lab Bible. Her birthday
Why?
and Valentine's Day have now passed, but it's not too late to give Monique her dream gift of a lovely new home.
Well, that'll probably get her a home.
Please, somebody, can somebody
Why
adopt?
don't you
Do you have a
adopt it?
cat?
No, I don't have a cat.
My cat
Lives in
doesn't
a
have
hotel.
cat AIDS.
What?
No.
Do you?
No,
You
but
need
I
a
would
cat.
I would
That
like
might
the
help
option.
you.
I would like the option of getting non-AIDS cats at one point. You know.
Wow!
Well, I
wow!
can't, yeah.
That's really
Well, what?
that really
Get
says
rid
a
of
lot.
your non.
That-
Get rid of your non-AIDS
can-
cat
That
and
really
take the
says
AIDS
a lot,
cat.
Ray. We've learned about
Take
you.
the AIDS
We've learned
cat.
about
Would you
you,
have
Ray.
that cat in your house?
Well, I'd have to get rid of my cat
Why?
because my cat doesn't have cat AIDS.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Give
want
me the
cat
non.
AIDS.
But they
Give
still
me
live
the
long
non-AIDS
lives.
cat. I'll have the non-AIDS
No,
one.
you can't have my cat, Ray.
have the
You
AIDS
wouldn't
one.
get my
Off
cat.
Gumtree. How do you know it hasn't got AIDS?
Fuck! You bought a cat off Gumtree. Of
bought
course.
two.
Of course, it's got
You
AIDS.
got drunk and bought 2 cats.
Bought
off Gumtree.
Gumtree. You bought 2 cats off Gumtree. Fuck.
You need a cat. That will help you be
Don't
present. No,
deflect
it will
onto
help
me.
you be present when
Tell
you
everyone
stroke
that
a
you
cat.
bought your cat off
When you-
Gumtree.
It was a woman in Stratford we found on Gumtree. But you, if you stroke a cat, you feel present because you feel close to something. That's what you need. You need a cat.
What's wrong with you
That's what you're
taking in
missing.
the AIDS cat, though? It looks like a
Can't.
nice
I've
cat.
already got a cat without
But what's
AIDS.
it going to do to the cat without
My
AIDS?
cat doesn't want to be around this cat.
But if they're both, like, it's not going to give it AIDS.
Sunil, I'm not arguing about this. You have to adopt Monique.
Thanks,
Okay.
James, for that story.
Okay. Well, thanks, James. That's really. Please, can somebody adopt Monique?
Because if they don't, they'll gas it.
Or throw
What?
a party, a new birthday party.
Or
for
a
Monique.
new party?
Actually,
And can
invite
somebody
some
please
AIDS
go?
cats to the
Yes,
birthday
all
party.
the hottest AIDS cats from around the town. We'll get them all. It'll be the hottest event for cats with AIDS. If you've got a cat with AIDS, you would want to come to Monique's
They
party.
tweeted about Monique on the.
Kitty litter all around there and shit. We'll get all the nicest snacks.
It
for
says, looks like Monique is less than impressed with her single status this Single Awareness Day. And a picture of her.
They send a
They're
tweet
not
out
treating
about
her
cats every
very
day, that's all
nicely.
they
And
do.
they're rubbing in like the fact that she's got HIV or
They're-
FIV
Yeah, I
They're
every
not
know.
day.
tweeting that.
No.
You shouldn't. They're not tweeting that. Though.
That's not nice, actually. Oh,
It looks like a nice cat. Deserves a nice life.
it can't be passed to humans.
Well, no, we know that.
It says nobody turned up to her birthday party. Even the staff didn't go. Why would they organise a party and not even go? It seems so mean.
Yeah.
They organised a party. They're like, good luck.
They're just treating
then
their
didn't
They
cats
even
just
go.
hired. They just hired a
Yeah.
photographer.
They just got a random photographer,
yeah.
take a picture of her looking
It's like,
sad
yeah.
underneath her birthday sign.
He's like, I'm here to do the cat party.
Oh, Monique, she is beautiful. She's
You're a
lovely.
very pretty cat.
She'd suit you. You look a bit like her.
You look like you would go well with a cat, though.
yeah,
do,
you
yeah,
would
You
go
do,
out.
you know?
Imagine you just having a cat on your lap.
I don't know if
and
it's the
stroking.
beard. I don't know what it is.
the
But
beard.
it is
The
the beard.
eyes. It's the
It's
eyes.
the
No,
beard.
he
Beard.
looks like.
There's not
cats.
many people that I would say look more suited to a cat than a
Everyone
dog.
says that,
But
don't
yeah,
they?
He
it
famously
does.
looks like a lot of the famous cats. Do you know, like Grumpy Cat and like he's got his
Right.
eyes of cat
Snoopy.
shape.
Right,
Snoopy
right.
the cat, R.I.P. And it's the
Wow.
one you most look
R.I.P..
liked. Yeah.
R.I.P. Snoopy.
He was dressed up as a cow in the photo.
Yes.
Yes.
In the cow
That was
tent.
Yes.
2015. How long did you have that as your profile?
What was that?
photo?
A
long
tent?
time.
A
Yeah.
tent that you stood in and broke through the bottom, or what was the?
So
no. You
There's a
just
tent with a hole in the top, and they just put me in it. Oh,
Why-
and at the
why
bottom,
were
yeah.
you in
and
it?
there's a hole at the bottom,
Bottom,
as
yeah,
well.
for feet, yeah.
Why are you in it?
Promoting a show.
As a cow.
I did a play for a week in Edinburgh once, and that was promotion for it. You had to go around, walk around, handing out flyers.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it wasn't a real tent you could use. Though.
It was a real tent.
But what happens with
cow
the
print.
holes?
Yeah,
Oh, they
what
just
about
cut the
rain?
holes in just to use it
You
as a
could
cow.
use
No,
it
print.
but you
cut the
can't
hole
use
in,
the
you're
tent there.
Oh no,
wet.
can't use the tent now, but it's in our cellar now.
Just
That'd be
get
pretty.
rid of it. Throw it away when you can use it.
Sentimental value.
It would be cool though. You could walk around with it and then just pop in and sleep. You know? And then
Yes,
pop back out.
Yeah.
that's nice.
Like
Very
a,
good.
it's like a what?
Like a snail.
No, a portable bed.
Yeah, like
Good
know,
for
like a-
people
like a
with
snail.
anxiety. Yeah, like a snail. Like
It's
a human
actually
snail.
what it is. It's somewhere between like a really big backpack and a
Yeah.
portable bed. You know, and
Yeah,
I would call them backy beds.
Backy
Backy
beds.
beds.
Backy beds. Okay.
lovely.
Backy.
Back
Oh,
beds. Just
no.
back bed. Back bed. Back bed's better.
Um,
Back bed.
Backbed. No, backbed sounds like clinical, you know.
But backy
Oh,
bed.
I've got a bad case of backy bed.
Well,
but
backbed sounds clinical. Backbed sounds like I've got
Backbed.
backbed, you know. I'm trying to
Oh.
come up with a catchy phrase for the kids that are going to sell the thing.
Backpack bed.
Back.
You've
bed.
just added like you've just
Yeah,
said
you just
what
added
it
the word
is, you know.
pack.
You
Well, I'm
haven't
trying
done-
to not say
but
backy
you said
bed
it. You said it
because
with
sounds
like
Yeah.
either tobacco.
I know,
or-
but
Yeah.
you said that like you'd actually come up with a good idea rather than just said the
Don't be
two
so
things,
confident next
two
time,
things,
really,
two
yeah.
things, one after the other.
yeah.
You know.
Bed backpack.
Well, I think we've come to the end of the episode. Does anyone have anything they want to promote?
Ray,
Backpack bed.
Any? You wanna-
Yes, I do. Harriet's partner, Bobby, has got some stuff coming up. I can't
No,
announce
don't
it.
promote Bobby.
I can't
He's
announce
not
it.
allowed on the
I can't announce
podcast.
it, but he has some.
He's got an unannounced
he's
thing
got some,
coming up.
Yeah, but he has. I know he has some stuff, but I can't announce it. Oh, I don't even know what
no.
it is, but I know there's something there. So
What
go
is it?
go
You
check
know.
out his website and his Twitter and
Was it bobbymayer.net?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, because he had one, but then it got taken over by a
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
porn site.
That was it. But you haven't got much on, okay.
No, go to my Twitter, go to my
Yeah.
website, and
Ray's great on
yeah.
Facebook as well. If you want
Oh,
to
yeah, on
see him on
Facebook, yeah,
Facebook, sends
yeah,
great
yeah.
messages. Thank you so much. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.